Hi, so I'm doing another voiceover today for this game I had. I decided to play around with a bit of Insolence because I just love Insolence on Dream Witch. I really love it, and I wish I could bring it more, but until I get better at Blink, I don't think I can consistently try it. But in Quick Match, which this was a Quick Match, I was like, it's fine, I can play with it a little bit. The whole thing with Inso was really just, getting your pressure up or helping your early game. And I felt like Eversleeping was a great map to play it on because Dream Witch pressure goes extremely hard on this map. So I'm just chasing the archer here, trying to sandwich her. Insolence is kind of hard, honestly, especially if you're newer to Dream Witch, because you have to be able to sandwich without patroller, which is very difficult if you're not used to it. But yeah, I just quite literally swung through that pallet and prayed, and it worked out. And then my Insolence procced, and I knew the knight was somewhere in the middle, so I wanted to leech him, but then he wasn't even here, but I leeched the gardener. Because you should always be leeching when your leech is up. I don't think I should have left my main body there, but it's fine. I just wanted to trap her. Quite literally got 3 followers on her right now. She doesn't know another one's behind her either. I love this map. Anyway, sending the gardener's leech back towards her, and then I had a little look at Cipher over there while I was picking her up, so I sent my spawn follower over to the Far Lady Cipher. And then I'm just trying to, pressure the gardener. I don't know why she dropped those pallets. I mean, I guess it's fine, but, whatever. And then I was just like, I'll just break them, because I might as well. And then making sure the Far Lady properly stops decoding, and then just camping too. This is why Eversleeping is peak. This is like the definition of being everywhere at once. I love this map. I do not love Knight though. I think they should nerf him again. Actually, just remove him from the game. But anyway, my leech is up again. See, we're literally at 4 ciphers. I have 3 leeches up, which is crazy, but that's the power of Insolence, Then they did de-leech her, but I knew they couldn't have gone that far, and I knew where they were anyway, so I just walked ahead so my spawn came back so I could hit her again. And then he's down. I was trying to pressure the Far Lady. I really struggle against her, honestly. It's just like a personal skill issue. I can't deal with her. But I knew I was not gonna down her, so I just sent her leech towards her old cipher because I saw a knight on it. And I love Gardener. Actually, I actually do love Gardener. I don't mean it in a sarcastic way, because it means nothing. I mean, it means something if you get a leech down, but like, good Dream Witch is not gonna let that happen. See, this is like her leech, so it doesn't even do anything. And then I was gonna send her leech out of range. I don't think I should have done that, but I checked the Far Lady's leech to see them, and I was like, oh, they're healing. But unlucky for them, I still saw before she de-leeched, so I sent the gardener's leech toward them to get a hit or a down. And then I sent it back just because I was scared of her de-leeching, so I decided to leech the archer and use her leech to share the knight instead. When I was first learning Dream Witch, I did not know any better, and I would happily pick people up with another person's leech, and then they'd de-leech, and then they'd be free, and I'd cry. So I've learned, but just train the knight. And then I got very lucky here. I got some nice lag, but I also got wanted order on my survivor that's dead on chair. So I'm just trying to sandwich her, kind of, but then my blink's up, so I was like, this is an easy enough blink, it's fine. Surely I can hit one this easy, right? I saw the gardener going in, I saw her trails, so I just charge attacked. It feels like they buffed her charge attack hitbox, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe they didn't. That was, I think, the archers. So no, that was someone's leech. But I was just looking at ciphers again. I don't know why I sent her leech away. I have no clue. And then she does her gardener thing. I love this gardener skin though, she's so cute. I did my best to body block it, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. There were 3 ciphers, and they're all injured. There's not really a lot they can do. I mean, you know, this knight could kite me 5 ciphers, but... I mean, 3 ciphers. He could kite me, but it's not... probably not gonna happen. And then I'm just sandwiching him. This is like the hard part about Inso, because you have to sandwich like this the entire game. You don't have Patroller to like back you up and help you, which it can be really difficult, especially if you're new with her. So it's like a lot of fun, but I really don't know if I would recommend it if you're new to her, because you're just gonna struggle. You're either gonna have the insolence wasted, or you're just gonna, you know, struggle with it. And then the lovely gardener breaking every single chair on the map. Like, unironically, gardener OP. But at this point, it's game over. I'm just fixing this chair. I don't know if the same voice line will play in the replay, but I remember being like, why does Dream Witch sound like that? She sounds so unhappy. And then I just leeched her, and I was gonna do my usual sandwiching, but I switched to her leech too late. You can kind of see my rust in playing her. But it's fine. It's to be expected after I took a break like that, and then I don't really know why she bubbled there, but whatever. And then I was looking at ciphers. Love looking at cipher machines in this game. I was waiting for her flywheel, but she just didn't have it, I guess. Actually, I should have known that. When she vaulted that pallet, she was really fast. I should have known she didn't have flywheel. And then I just sent it out of range because she was walking too far away for me to do much. And then I don't got time for this, I just blink. And then yeah. I'm really happy I finally got a good Inso match, because I've been wanting to post a voiceover for it for quite a while now, just because I feel like you only really see Inso content in tournaments, which is unfortunate. I wish more people would use it. And also because I received a few comments asking me about like map pressure and cipher controlling, and I felt like if any build is gonna showcase that, it's probably Insolence, because your leeches are quite literally always up. It's always off cooldown, and you're always leeching people and just getting that pressure up. I actually had a match, honestly a long time ago now, where it was on Hospital, and I remember thinking, if I'm playing Dream Witch on this map, I might as well try to make it a bit more enjoyable for myself. So I brought Insolence because I thought it would be a lot more fun for me, and it was actually really fun. And in post-match, the survivors were like, we felt like you had more than 5 leeches. So I feel like it's, you know, a decent example. I think, you know, it's very fun too, but I hope it helps, and also I hope more people will try Insolence Dream Witch after today. It's very risky, but also very fun, so yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.